Hi, I'm Dimitri Khalezov. Some of you probably recognize me. I'm glad to inform everyone that I am back to public life. I was absent for almost a year because I was arrested by the Thais and spent time in their prison. In this video I will say something very important. Here I have to address both my friends and my enemies, but for the sake of better presentation I will address my enemies first. My friends are welcome to watch it too, but I request them please abstain from any commenting on what you can hear here, because information discussed here is very sensitive. To begin with, I would like to inform everyone that the desperate Thai authorities destroyed all old newspapers and all old magazines in Thailand. The problem is that in my former retaliatory archive number 3 there was some dangerous information and references to a few old Thai newspapers and magazines. The Thai security officials took it very seriously and they decided to get rid of that dangerous evidence. But because they cannot destroy newspapers selectively, they destroyed all of them. In Thailand there were two public libraries that used to keep old newspapers. One of them was the Central Library of Thammasat University in Sanam Luang. This one used to keep old newspapers and magazines for 5 years. The second one was, of course, the National Library of Thailand, that has a special old newspapers section where old newspapers and old magazines were kept forever. In addition to that, of course, there were extra copies of printed materials kept in the archives of the actual editorial offices of the respective newspapers and magazines. So the Thai authorities decided to destroy all of them. In the end of March 2015, they ordered that all old newspapers and all old magazines older than 1 year in Central Library of Thammasat University, in the National Library of Thailand, and in all editorial archives to be destroyed. So no more old newspapers in Thailand. If you don't believe me, you can come and check yourself. In addition to that, they destroyed all seditious editions of the old newspapers in online archives. The problem is, however, that it will not help them in my case. Because when I did my research, I didn't borrow the newspapers from any library. I have my own, and I still have them. Whenever I buy some seditious newspaper, I never buy only 1 or 2 copies. I buy minimum 3 or sometimes 4. And I don't buy just one newspaper. If I see some seditious event, I will always buy all newspapers for that day, English and Thai. And of course the same thing applies to magazines. So once I learned about how seriously you treated the old newspapers, I sent immediately all of those newspapers I have abroad. They are securely deposited with several highly trusted people in different locations outside of Thailand. And whenever it is necessary, they will be supplied by my friends to the public inquiry, even in case if I am dead or arrested. I keep a few newspapers with me just to show you that I am not joking in this video. For example, I have this magazine. This is by no means a photocopy, it's a real magazine, as you can see. Of course, I have all seditious newspapers for May 25, 2011 that are destroyed everywhere, including online archives. I have another one. Actually, I have 6 newspapers for that day, but here I keep only 3 of them because the rest I sent already out of Thailand. They are all in good condition. and they are by no means photocopy, they are real newspapers too. And by the time this video will be uploaded to YouTube, they will be sent out of Thailand as well. You will have no chance to confiscate them. Of course, I have a few newspapers where Freemasons laugh at you. For example, I have this one. And I have another newspaper where the Freemasons laugh at you, Bangkok Post for December 5, 2010, where in the insert they advertise the same thing. And I have many other newspapers and magazines. And by the way, in addition to the newspapers for that day, I also have a video, and it is too included into my retaliatory archive. Another thing that I want to inform you, that your greedy police extorted all my last money in exchange for a certain paper when I was released from the prison. This is the paper. Do you know what that paper means? Okay, I will explain it to you. This is a liberation paper, issued of course in the name of the king. It states that I was liberated from custody. The problem is that although you print these papers for every foreigner who is released from your prison, you never give this paper to them. You secretly and quietly destroy them. Why? Because you have no right to liberate foreign sovereign property. A modern sovereign state, as you probably know, is a sovereign. And in accordance with the international law, a so-called citizen is not really a citizen. Is a subject of a sovereign. So you cannot liberate a foreign subject. You can only liberate your own, but you never do. Even when you release your own Thai prisoners from the Thai prison, you simply open the gate and let them go. But they are still your subjects, you don't really liberate them. And of course you cannot do the same thing for the foreigner. That's why all foreigners, when they are released from prison, they are simply transferred from the prison to immigration prison and deported. In that way you return them to their master, because that is their property, it's not your property. But my case was a special case. First of all, because you not only print that paper for me, you also give it directly to my hand. Thanks for the greediness of your police. Secondly, because I am a stateless person, I am a sovereign. I have no sovereign above me. So by giving me this paper, you liberated me in the full sense of this word. You recognized my sovereignty. Now, you have actually to call me Your Majesty. You can't call me simply Mister. I'm higher than you. You are subject of your sovereign, but I'm sovereign myself. So next time you address me, please don't forget that I'm Your Majesty for now. Actually, I have right to wear a sword now. I just don't have money to buy the sword. So for the meantime, I will use this knife as a symbol of my sovereignty. Another thing, that you release me from the prison right into the territory of Thailand and liberate me in the full sense of this word by giving me this. From now on, you can't blame me for being on the territory of Thailand, because you were the one who released me into this territory. More than that, because you recognize by my sovereignty now, you have no right to bring me to your court, because your court is a court of your sovereign, and I am another sovereign. You can't bring one sovereign to the court of another sovereign. If you have any case against me, you have to bring it to the international court, as the case between two sovereigns can be. You can't arrest me either, because arrest warrants in Thailand are issued in the name of sovereign, and I am another sovereign. One sovereign cannot arrest another sovereign. Yes, of course, you can still kidnap me, but I would strongly suggest you not to do so. I will explain to you why. When your greedy police extorted all my last money in exchange for this paper, they still left me $100. They were not really bad, they just believed that they must leave me some pocket money. And do you know what I did with the last $100? You will be surprised. I went straight away to the shop and I bought this camera, this one. You see it? It is even in workable condition, it works. I was looking for this camera a very long time. I tried to buy it in the year 2009 and 2010, but I was never able to find it because it's ridiculously outdated garbage. It's near impossible to find it. But this time I had good luck. So now I can also train my left eye to look into its viewfinder. And sometimes even my right eye, like on the page 10 of that magazine that you want to hide from the public. So as I promise you, in regard to my former retaliatory archive number 3, that this information were very dangerous for the national security of the Kingdom of Thailand, is no longer the case. Because I spent last 2 months into updating my information, because some of you claimed that it was not convincing enough. Now I made it more than enough convincing. Now I made 3 new retaliatory archives that are called 3A, 3B and 3C. They are already uploaded to the internet and they are downloaded by quite a few people, and more people will download them as a result of this video. The password release procedure is improved also. Now more people have my passwords. The instructions are clearer, and if I am kidnapped or killed or suicided or deported or extradited or just simply disappear, my friends will publish passwords at once. In addition to the passwords, they will also publish my videos where I explain all those things in person. Believe me, it is no longer a danger for the national security of Thailand. That is a death for the national security of Thailand. Trust me. And if you want to discuss anything, here is my address. It is still not late to discuss that. We can discuss many things. We can discuss Dr. Haji Mohammed Husseini. We can discuss Hani Hamoir. We can discuss Hambali. We can discuss IDC. We can discuss many other things. I'm waiting for you. Finally, there is a second part of my video that is intended for my friends. As you probably understand from the first part of my video, I prepared 3 new retaliatory archives, number 3A, 3B and 3C. And here I want to ask you to download and to keep them, and so to help me to protect my security. Even though I was released from the prison, my life is still in danger. My freedom is still in danger. The Thais can kidnap me or kill me at any moment, or they can commission the Israelis or American masters to do so. So I need protection. I would like to thank all my friends for participating in my security program from the year 2012, and I would like to apologize that the passwords were not published at the moment when I was put in the Thai prison in the year 2014. It was not my fault. It was a mistake of my friends. It is a long time to explain, but it was not so easy. I was helpless inside the prison. I had no communication, and my friends, they were under pressure from some Freemasonic agents. In addition, they judged by themselves that information was very dangerous for the Kingdom of Thailand, and it was very dangerous for my life. And finally they didn't dare to publish the passwords. Instead they opened the archive number 3 by themselves and sent it to a limited number of people. So the action didn't work. So the Thai security officials received that nonetheless, and it caused them to destroy at least all old newspapers in Thailand. That is how serious the thing is. But I can promise you that this will never be repeated. Now the passwords are with more people, the instructions are clearer, and if anything wrong happens with me, the passwords will be released at once. There will be no more mistake. I learn from my mistakes. So I would like to ask you to download these archives. I will show you the download links now. This is my retaliatory archive number 3A. I cut it by RAR program into 12 parts at 100 megabytes each. They are uploaded to these two websites. These are the names of the file. The first file extension name is executable, the rest is RAR. So you can combine the name of the website with the name of the files and download all of them. These are the links to download links to my archive 3B. This one cut into 11 parts, also using RAR program. The first part is executable, the rest is RAR. The websites are the same. These two archives are almost 1 gigabyte. The third archive is a bit bigger, it's almost 1.5 gigabyte. That's why it is cut into 16 parts, 100 megabyte each. The same, the first part is executable, the rest is RAR, uploaded to the same websites. Besides these two websites, I uploaded them to different hostings, file sharing services, and you can see all download links in these files. So you have to simply download either of these files and you will see all alternative download links. They will be easier for you to download. In addition, I updated my website 911thology.com, and you can find all download links there as well. Because these archives are very sensitive, they contain extremely dangerous information. There is a big chance that my enemies might falsify these archives and you might by chance download a fake copy. So in order to avoid this, I want you to verify checksums of my archives. Here are the checksums. This is the checksum for my archive 3A. MD5 starts with 5FF and ends with DED. And CRC32 is 1A553D8E. These are checksums for my archive 3B. MD5 starts with 451 and ends with E03. CRC32 is 3A, F8, 1A, 11. And here are checksums for my third archive 3C. MD5 starts with 1F7 and ends with F42. And CRC32 is 11, C22, 6, E4. Another thing that I want to ask you is financial assistance. I spent all my money while in Thai prison, and the rest of the money was extorted from me by the Thai police. I have no money at all. I have no money to survive. I really need your help. I was also expecting payments for my book, but my expectation didn't come true. Many thousands of people downloaded and read my book, but only a few people, I would say less than 20 people, sent me anything for the book, even though they knew that I stay in the prison. So I'm very unhappy with that, and I would like to request you to help me by paying for my book or by simply donating. You can find my all donation details here. You can simply download either of these files and you will see all details. In addition, you can find my donation details updated on the updated page of this website. Finally, I would like to inform everyone that since I was released from prison, I opened a new CipherWall ID, which is this one, 18058. My former CipherWall ID works too, but I rarely check it now. But this one I check often, so whenever you want to contact me, you can contact me easily. Also, I would like to request all my friends and supporters who might get by chance the materials from my archive number 3. As you probably understand, this information was intended to punish the Thai government in case if I am killed or put in prison. It's no longer a case. I am free now, as you can see. And the existence of that information on the internet is very damaging for me. It complicates my relations with the Thai government, and it simply endangers my life. So I would highly appreciate it if you remove all that information in any form, all references and all comments to it from the internet. Please remove it and wait for the updated information that will be in the form of my retaliatory archives 3A, 3B and 3C. You will get the passwords in case something wrong happens with me. Thank you very much.